more about positive train control with an expert in transportation and traffic engineering, Dr. Carl Berkowitz. He's on Long Island. He has studied rail systems. He's in his office in Maurice in Suffolk County. Sir, thanks for joining us. Let's talk about this. It's an advanced system that automatically stops trains when other conditions, when the brakes don't work, right? Quite frankly, right? Is that how we would define it?
It's to maintain speed. The tracks they establish speeds for different sections of track, and to make sure that the train operator adheres to that speed, positive train control is used. It's used everywhere. In Europe, if you've ever been on the high-speed rails in Europe and Asia, they use some form of positive train control. Maybe not exactly the system we're doing here, but they use positive train control. You can't leave everything in the hands of the individual because there's human factors involved, and the reason for positive train control is to take the human factor out of the equation and make the system safe.
So how many trains in our area actually have this? Or systems, I should say.
Right now, there are none. Amtrak is probably the most advanced in putting it in. Long Island Railroad is expecting to have it in within about 2 years, and I think Metro North is in the same neighborhood. This was something that was mandated years ago, and the railroads just kept avoiding doing it. They didn't want to spend the money. They didn't think it was an important issue, so they let it go. This system was supposed to be in every mile of rail in the United States, I think, by 2015.
I mean, there's no argument, there's no case to be made against having something like positive train control. You said they're averse to the cost. What kind of cost are we talking about?
If you added up all the cost of all the injuries and accidents that occur as a result of speed, it's nominal.
Nominal. Do you have a number? Is there a dollar figure that we can work with?
Well, I think that I've heard things mentioned, a couple $100 million for New Jersey Transit. I mean, think of the 100 people that were injured in this accident and the one person that was killed and the litigation costs and everything else that's involved. Let's say it averages out $1 million a person or so. You're talking about $100 million. Amortize that. What's one life worth? What's not having this aggravation in the first place?
Okay, understood.
This is a simple system. It's a simple system. It's not sending a man to the moon.
You know, here's a concept. When this train was approaching the station, we were told it was going about 30 miles an hour, something like that. What difference would positive train control have made here?
Well, if the tracks would have an established speed. Now, they're going through a yard, so you can't go too fast through the yard. And I guess that should have been picked up by the yard train control center. They probably could have done something like, if a train was out of control coming through the yard, they might have been able to derail it or divert it or move it onto another track or do something. But in positive train control, every segment of track has a speed limit. So the speed limit coming into the station, 30 miles an hour may be too excessive. Maybe it would be 20 miles an hour. It has to be determined upon the distance. Take, for example, if you're going 20 miles an hour and you want to stop a train, it'd probably take you 120, 130 feet to stop the train. So you have to take that into consideration. Emergency stopping is not that much faster. It's the difference between emergency stopping and standard normal stopping is about 20% difference.
Okay, Dr. Carl Berkowitz from Long Island. We're going to leave it right there. As far as you're concerned, positive train control is a question of will when it comes to the train operators and the agencies that operate them. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a break here.